outstanding Louisville Cardinals. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened now setting up fourth down.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12. It all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He'll take a shot. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Looking downfield, it's strong. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast.
Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this cornerback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. This one's complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Now on the move. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to throw it strong. Getting some heat. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Waddle. Quick step and go. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice.
Touchdown, Tigers! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run.
And that ball is picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. First down to start the drive after the break. Back to the ground game on the left. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's strong. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo. On the option. He'll do it himself. Giving him his pads. At the 35, he's got room. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Cardinals are rolling down the field. He's looking to pass. Coming after him. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. The lone back's got it. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And it's slipped out. Bounced right back to them.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's strong. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability.
Going deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Got his man. Afterburners coming. Running inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville. Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisiana Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for it all. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. Chemistry with receivers were good, and today everything just looks off, and it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Line getting set on second down. He'll take it himself. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Pulls and fired complete. On the move at the 30. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Floating away. Showing the bravado, throwing it back to the right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
To the air, it's strong. He'll take another shot here. Wide open, he makes the catch. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge...
It's complete. A huge pickup. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Now improvising. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Strong. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Louisville, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Handoff to the single running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yards.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
A first down for the offense. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he's got it at the tag. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
LSU now operating in the red zone. They run the reverse. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's an area of the field where you have to be able to run the football, and there's a lot of different ways to do that. You can do it conventionally, handing it off to running backs, or, David, get the receivers involved, jet sweeps and reverses.
Yeah, and get it to a really fast guy moving full speed. It's a really good way to get to the edge and not have to worry about having a lost yardage play. Get it to a fast guy, get it to a playmaker. Just another way to get more guys involved in the offense. The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't 7 for no field goal.
Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. It's a good play on 3rd and short if you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
Feeling some heat. Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The play action fake. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the route is on.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
and try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
They've got the screen set up. Still running at the 40. Drills him with the stiff arm. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. And he intercepts it. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pressure coming. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Strong. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're fast.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
It's a fumble. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They want that clock to run. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
Oh, he missed it. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's open. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds a man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Now, this is a receiving. This is making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Sticks it in his belly. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. And he tacks on the extra point. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
14.
Going for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game. And going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Escapes trouble. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of